AITA for ending our family trip early after my sister used me as a free babysitter? My name is Lauren and I am 33. I was looking at a deleted message notification from my sister Megan, but my phone had already downloaded the 8-second voice note she sent by mistake. I pressed play. The recording crackled for a moment, and then I heard her high-pitched, annoyed voice, speaking as if I was never meant to hear it. She is going to guilt trip Mom. Lauren always folds. She just always folds. She was right. I had folded on Christmas. I had folded at the lake house. I looked at the $5,000 deposit I had paid for our upcoming trip. This time, what if I didn't fold? What happens when the person everyone counts on to break finally breaks them instead? That 8-second file was the culmination of a lifetime. But the kindling had been piling up for years, and it all started with my job. I am a freelance user experience and interface designer. I specialize in complex interfaces for fintech platforms. It is detailed, demanding work. I have spent years building a portfolio of clients who trust me, and I do it all from my home office in my Raleigh apartment. This arrangement, in my family's dictionary, translates to not really working. If I am in my apartment, I must be available. If my office light is on after 5 p.m., I must be playing on the computer. If I am at my desk, I must be interruptible. It is a battle I have been losing for years, especially with my older sister Megan. Megan is the golden child. She followed the traditional path. She went to a good university and got a stable corporate job in marketing. She married her college sweetheart, Kevin, and now has 2 perfect kids, Noah and Sophie. I love my nephew and niece, I really do, but to Megan, the fact that I do not have kids and have a flexible work-from-home career means I am the family's designated overflow plan. My role is to absorb any inconvenience that might disrupt her picture-perfect life. Our annual family vacations had become a running joke, and I was always the punchline. Last Christmas, I was assigned cooking duty for 10 people at my parents' house. I spent 3 straight days prepping, cooking, and cleaning, and missed all the conversations. I only found out the family had watched a movie when I came out and found the empty popcorn bowls. On the lake trip last summer, I was somehow maneuvered into being the default driver because my SUV was more reliable. Then I became the grill master because I was better at it. After that, I was in charge of entertainment because I wasn't tired from the hike like the rest of them. All this while trying to manage 3 client projects with spotty Wi-Fi, which meant I worked from midnight to 3 in the morning just to keep up. This year I swore it would be different. This year we were not going to stay at my parents' place. I found the perfect solution. A huge, beautiful Airbnb house. A rental in a quiet Outer Banks town just a 3-hour drive away. It had a pool, a massive kitchen, and 5 bedrooms. We would all have our own space. This is it, I announced in the family group chat, sending the link in early February. It is called the Sandpiper's Retreat. Everyone gets their own room. We all split the cost, we all chip in. No one gets stuck carrying all the work. I put down the massive $5,000 deposit on my own credit card. It was a gesture of goodwill, a way to secure the dates. I even created a shared Google Sheet. I know deep down I have the soul of a project manager. I cannot help it. I made columns for meals, chores, and shared expenses. I pre-filled the first row with my name for Monday dinner and kitchen cleanup. I was naive. Seriously, I believed that this time with clear organization it would finally be fair. I should have known better. The trip was scheduled for the first week of April. As March went on, the group chat began to ping. The spreadsheet remained untouched. It started slowly with Megan's first message. Lauren, since you are driving up and getting there first, can you grab all the groceries? I will send you a list. It is just easier than us packing a cooler. The kids' car seats take up so much space. Before I could respond, my mom added, "That is a great idea. Your SUV has more space anyway, Lauren. Put it on the shared tab." I looked at the list she sent me. It wasn't snacks. It was a whole week's worth of groceries for 9 people. Several cases of water, 3 types of milk, specific cereal brands for the kids, steaks, chicken, salad mix, vegetables, and a long specific list of craft beers and liquors for my dad and Kevin. I took a deep breath and wrote, I can get the dry goods and beverages, but I cannot handle all the refrigerated items. I plan to make a few stops on the way. My car is not going to be a rolling refrigerator for 3 hours. Megan's response was just a passive-aggressive thumbs-up emoji. A week later, the real agenda came out. Megan sent a link to a local winery. I am going to book this tour for Friday at 2 p.m. It looks amazing. It is a 3-hour tasting and tour. Who is in? My dad, my mom, Megan, and her husband Kevin all responded with yes, sounds great. Count me in. I looked at the list, confused. Megan, you forgot to put my name down for the wine tour. I would love to go. That place looks beautiful. The 3 little dots appeared as she typed. I waited, my stomach tying into knots. Oh, sweetie. Her message finally popped up. I didn't think you could go. Someone has to stay at the house with Noah and Sophie. They are too young for a winery. Then why is Friday the only option? I wrote. It is the only day Kevin's parents cannot watch them, and we really want to go. Just makes sense, Lauren. You are going to be working anyway, right? My fingers hovered over the keyboard. There it was, the assumption. Because I work from home, my vacation is not a vacation. It is just working from somewhere else. My free time is just a suggestion. I am on vacation, Megan. I do not plan to work the whole time. That is what the spreadsheet is for. To share chores so we all get a vacation. Well, you always have that laptop open. Besides, the kids adore you, it is no big deal. You can relax by the pool while they play. My blood started to feel hot. Noah and Sophie are 3 and 5 years old. They do not play by a pool. They require constant, active supervision. I am not the designated babysitter for this trip. This, I learned, was what I shouldn't have said. My mom chimed in immediately. Lauren, do not be difficult. Megan deserves a break. Do you not understand how stressful it is to manage 2 kids? You are the only one without children. It is easier for you to help. It is not helping if I am the only one doing it, I typed back, my hands shaking a little. This is a shared vacation. We should all share the childcare. But we are sharing it, Megan sent. We are with them every other day. We only need you for that one afternoon. Why are you being so selfish about this? Selfish, I typed. I am the one who found the house. I am the one who fronted the $5,000 deposit. How is it selfish to want to go on the vacation I planned myself? The argument went around in circles. They saw it as a simple request. I saw it as a demand that completely erased my presence. They saw me as a resource, not as family. In the end, I tried a different approach. I was still the project manager. I wouldn't use their language. Megan, I cannot watch them on Friday. I have a critical delivery with a client. It is the launch of the Aperture project that I have been working on for 6 months. It is a new digital banking platform. I have calls that I absolutely must be on from 1 to 3 p.m. It is non-negotiable. I cannot miss it. I thought that would be the end of it, a work commitment. They had to respect it. Then just put the call on mute and watch them, Megan replied. It is not that hard. Put a movie on for them. I closed the group chat. I was furious. Not only were they asking me to babysit, they were telling me that my career, the very same one paying the deposit for their vacation, was less important than their wine tasting. I opened the Splitwise app, where I had registered the huge deposit for the house, the app where I was patiently waiting for everyone to pay their share. Megan's name was still in red, her balance pending. I spent that night pacing back and forth in my apartment. I was trapped. I had advanced thousands of dollars for a trip where I was now expected to be the unpaid nanny. If I backed out, I would lose the deposit and ruin the trip for everyone, including my parents, who I still naively wanted to please. If I went, I would be forced to take on the same role I had been fighting against for years. I texted my friend Ryan, who lived in my building. He was my grounding wire. I sent him the screenshots. His response was immediate. Lauren, they are not asking you, they are assigning you. They have already decided. You are infrastructure. You are the free Wi-Fi, you are the hot water. You are just another function of the house they are renting. He was right. I felt a cold calm settle over me. I was no longer angry. I was just done. I logged into the Airbnb site and checked the reservation for the Sandpipers retreat. The host, Diane, had glowing reviews. I scrolled down the amenities past the heated pool and gourmet kitchen, and there it was. A small line. Host can arrange certified local childcare services with 48 hours notice. Fee applies. A solution. A perfect, logical, project manager-approved solution. I sent a private message to Megan. Megan, I found the perfect solution. The host of the house offers babysitting services. We can hire someone for Friday afternoon. I will even pay for half with you to make it fair, even though I have my client call. I was proud of that. I was offering a compromise. I was still trying to fix it. Her reply came in less than a minute. No way. Why would we pay hundreds of dollars to a stranger when you are right there? Stop trying to wiggle out of it. We are counting on you. Just move your stupid call. I stared at the message. Move your stupid call. The call that represented 6 months of my work. That 8-second audio from the beginning kept echoing in my ears. Lauren always folds. I looked at the Splitwise app again. Megan's balance was still unpaid. I looked at the Airbnb reservation. My name, my card, my deposit. I didn't reply to the deleted voice note. I didn't acknowledge that I had heard it. I just went back to the main chat. Megan, Mom, Dad. I wrote. Just confirming what I already said. I will not be available for any childcare during this trip. My client presentation for the Aperture project is on Friday afternoon. It is non-negotiable. Please let me know if you want me to book the babysitter the host offers. She needs 48 hours. Notice. The response was a digital explosion. My mom. Lauren, I am deeply disappointed in you. You are being incredibly selfish and putting your work before your family. Megan. I deserve this. You are going to ruin this vacation. My dad. Your mother is right. This is not the attitude of a supportive family member. Megan. After everything I do for you. Fine. If you are going to be like this, we will see. Do not expect me to forget this. This is a betrayal. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and started packing my suitcase. We were all driving separately. The plan was to meet at the house on Monday afternoon. I arrived first. I met the host, Diane, who was charming. She gave me a tour. The place was stunning with huge glass windows overlooking the ocean. The air smelled of salt and pine. Check-in is fully digital, Diane explained, showing me the smart lock. This is the master code. You can create temporary codes for your guests if you want. And here is the app for the security system and the pool heating. Perfect, I told her. This place is even more beautiful than in the photos. The rest of the family started arriving an hour later. The atmosphere was freezing. Megan and my mom barely looked at me. They walked past me without a word, dragging their suitcases, and immediately claimed the best rooms, the 2 master bedrooms with ocean views. My dad just shook his head. You really crossed the line this time, Lauren. Crossed the line how? I asked, keeping my voice light. By bringing you all to this beautiful house? He just grunted and followed my mom. The first 2 days were tense. I stayed on the sidelines. I set up my workspace in the small back bedroom they had converted into an office. I took calls and went for long walks on the beach. The others, Mom, Dad, Megan, and Kevin, went out to eat, pointedly not inviting me. I didn't care. I was getting my work done. I was breathing ocean air. I could hear them whispering in the kitchen. She just sits there on her computer. She hasn't offered to help with the kids even once. Of course, they didn't see when I got up at 6 in the morning to clean the kitchen. They left a mess. They didn't see when I quietly paid the $80 fee to heat the pool when the app notified me it was due. They didn't see when I ran the dishwasher twice with their abandoned plates. I was already folding, just in smaller, quieter ways. The audio kept replaying in my head. She just always folds. Thursday night arrived, the night before the wine tour. The atmosphere was thick with unspoken tension. I was finishing an email for a client when Megan appeared at the office door. She had a glass of wine in her hand and a smile that didn't reach her eyes. So, just to confirm, she said in a breezy voice, tomorrow we leave for the tour at 10 a.m. The kids' snacks are in the blue bag by the fridge. Sophie needs her nap at 1, and Noah can use the tablet after. The password is on a post-it. She said it as if it were a done deal, as if my no was just a suggestion she had kindly ignored, as if my client call was a fictional excuse. I slowly closed my laptop. Megan, what did I tell you? Oh, Lauren, seriously. Her smile vanished. Are you really going to stay locked in here pretending to work while we all go out? It is ridiculous. Just watch the kids. It is not that hard. Mom and Dad are going too, and they deserve a break. I am not pretending. I have my Aperture call at 2 p.m. I am not watching them. This is the last time I am saying it. Hire the host's babysitter. Her face turned red. We are not paying for a babysitter. You are being selfish and you are ruining this trip. You know what? She took a sip of wine, narrowing her eyes. If you are going to be like this, we are not paying you our share for the house. Consider our part of the cost as payment for you ruining the vibe for everyone. She turned and left, expecting me to follow her, to apologize, to break and accept her terms just to avoid the financial hit. I just sat there. We are not going to pay you. I reopened the Splitwise app. She still hadn't paid. My parents hadn't either. They planned to leave me hanging with the entire $5,000 reservation. They were staying in a house I paid for, in the best rooms, and now they were blackmailing me into being their babysitter. I opened the Airbnb app on my phone. My reservation, my rules. I waited. I heard their bedroom doors close. I heard my dad start to snore. I waited until the house was completely quiet, except for the sound of the ocean outside. At 2 a.m, I silently packed my backpack with my laptop, my suitcase, and my groceries. I opened the house security app, found the guest access panel, and changed the master code. Then I left the house, got in my car, and drove 20 minutes down the coast to a beachfront hotel I had booked just in case. The just in case had arrived. I checked in, connected my laptop to the hotel's fast Wi-Fi, and slept better than I had in months. At 8 a.m. on Friday, I was sitting on the balcony of my room with a cup of coffee and my laptop. The ocean was sparkling. I opened the family chat. Good morning, everyone. A quick heads up. Megan, since you informed me last night that you, Mom, and Dad will not be paying your share of the accommodation, you have voided our rental agreement. Therefore, I am no longer staying at the house. I kept typing. The new door code will automatically deactivate in exactly 1 hour at 9 a.m. I suggest you pack your bags quickly. The house rules state that checkout is at 10, but I am giving you an hour's notice out of courtesy. P.S. I have also sent the host, Diane, and Airbnb support a copy of our messages regarding your refusal to pay, as well as the voice note where you confirm your plan to use the property for unauthorized and unpaid childcare, which violates the booking terms. Have a great wine tasting. I pressed send, and then for the first time in my adult life I turned my phone completely off. I spent the next few hours in a state of terrifying bliss. I expected the police at my hotel door. I expected my dad to track me down. Nothing happened. I ordered room service. I answered some emails. At 2 p.m, I logged on to the Aperture project call. My mind was clear. I was focused. I nailed the presentation. The client was delighted. They approved the next phase of the project on the spot and praised the clarity of the new interface. When I finished, I took a deep breath and turned my phone back on. It was a digital wasteland. 47 missed calls. Dozens of messages. From Megan at 8:01 a.m. This is not funny, Lauren. What did you do? From Mom at 8:15 a.m. Hey Lauren, open the door. The code is not working. Stop acting like a child. You are scaring the kids. From Dad at 8:45 a.m. I am warning you, Lauren. You have 1 minute to let us in before I call the host. From Megan at 9:02 a.m. The code is not working. You locked us out. Are you crazy? Our bags are packed. Let us in. From Dad at 9:15 a.m. She is not here. Her car is gone. From Megan at 9:30 a.m. The host just called. She is kicking us out. She said we violated the terms. You did this. You ruined everything. From Mom at 10 a.m. We are stranded. We are on the side of the road with the kids. Where are we supposed to go? Your father is furious. You are out of this family. This is the most selfish thing you have ever done. The last message was from the Airbnb host, Diane. Hi Lauren. Thanks for the heads up this morning. I am very sorry this happened. I received the documentation you sent. Your family was very hostile when I spoke with them, but I managed to get them to leave. Per Airbnb policy, since they violated the terms and refused to pay, I have charged the additional card on file for the outstanding balance. I hope the rest of your vacation is more peaceful. I smiled. Before the trip, I had insisted that Megan add her own card to the reservation for incidentals. I guess this counted as an incidental. I spent the rest of my vacation in that hotel. I swam in the pool. I ordered room service, read 3 novels, and slept without interruptions. I felt the tension of the last 6 months drain from my shoulders. When I drove back home, my apartment felt different, lighter. Felt completely mine for the first time. I learned through my friend Ryan that they found an expensive and cramped motel for the rest of the week. They missed the wine tasting. The vacation was, by all accounts, a disaster. 3 months have passed. I haven't spoken to Megan or my parents. They tried, of course. After a week of furious voicemails, the tone shifted to guilt. My mom left a crying message about breaking the family apart. And how could I do this to my nephew and niece? My dad sent a single-line text. "You hurt your mother very much." I didn't respond. The bittersweet part is that I miss Noah and Sophie. None of this was their fault. They were just pawns in their mother's game of entitlement. I see photos of them on my dad's social media and my heart breaks a little. I hope that someday I can have a relationship with them that doesn't involve their parents. But I have also been mourning a relationship with my sister that I realized never existed. I wasn't her sister. I was her safety net. I was her project manager. I was the person she could count on to always fold. What I have learned from all this is simple. 1. No is a complete sentence. It doesn't require an explanation, a spreadsheet, or a compromise. 2. The people who benefit from you not having boundaries will always call you selfish when you finally set one. They are not mad because you are wrong. They are mad because you disrupted a system that benefited them. 3. Your time is your most valuable asset. Just because your work is at home doesn't make it free. Protect it. Your career is not stupid. 4. Sometimes the only way people understand the value you bring is by withdrawing it completely. The Aperture project was a massive success. It led to 2 new clients, and my income has increased by 30%. I am no longer just a freelancer. I am building my own agency. Last weekend, I used that extra money to book a flight to a beautiful coastal town in Mexico. Just for me. No group chat, no shared spreadsheets, no expectations. Just my laptop, the ocean, and a reservation for one. And for the first time in a long time, I don't feel like I am folding. I feel like I am flying. To those who have listened to my story, thank you. I imagine that for many in my generation, you were taught that family is an unbreakable bond, a sacred unit built on sacrifice. For 33 years, I believed my primary role was to be the one who sacrificed the most, because my life seemed simpler, more flexible than everyone else's. I thought that was my purpose. The painful truth I had to face had nothing to do with a ruined vacation or $5,000. It was the crushing realization that in the eyes of my family, my value had become my usefulness. The moment I heard my sister say with such casual certainty, "Lauren always folds," I understood that they no longer saw me as a daughter or a sister, but as a utility. My achievements weren't celebrated. They were seen as resources to be exploited. My time wasn't respected. It was considered infinitely available just because I spent it behind a screen at home. Comment. Setting boundaries with the people we love the most can sometimes feel like the hardest thing in the world. True connection should be built on mutual respect and care, not just on how useful we are to one another. Your time, your personal goals, and your mental peace are incredibly valuable. Learning to say no is not an act of selfishness but a necessary step to protect your own well-being. It is completely okay to let go of the guilt that comes from refusing to be a permanent safety net for others. When you stop caving into unfair demands, you finally create the space to build a life that honors your true worth. Genuine kindness always starts with being kind to yourself first. Choosing your own peace over constant conflict is a brave and healthy decision. I hope you always remember to advocate for yourself and surround yourself with people who celebrate you for who you really are. Please share your thoughts and experiences on setting healthy boundaries in the comments below. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a comment and support the channel by subscribing. See you in the upcoming stories.